Hello, 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 hello to all of you. Hello, hello, hello to all of you guys. I'm here this morning in live video on this group, and I just wanted to, well, you've seen my post. I'm Christine Jutra. I call myself the insurance alignment queen, and I've been talking with Melissa as well as Mary, and we are going to be doing extraordinary things together. And I'm here today just to kind of present myself, explain a bit about my story, who I am, how I went from anxiety and depression and burnout to becoming, to scaling my insurance career, to thriving, and to closing deals as if with ease, with a lot of ease. So I'm here today, coming on live, and I just want to start by saying, okay, my name is Christine. I'm an insurance broker for now more than 10 years in P&C. I'm a damage insurance broker. I am mostly in commercial lines. I'm situated in Quebec City. And I've been doing this for over 10 years. When I started as a commercial insurance broker, which is not something that is very common, but I started directly in commercial insurance because I never wanted to do house and auto insurance. And so I started like in the big guns. And what happened was that there was a lot of pressure on me, and a lot of my bosses, they had very high expectations about me, and they wanted me to perform. They wanted me to close the sales and do all the things, and I was starting out in this business, and I didn't have enough experience, and I hardly had enough experience on my mindset or anything like that. So what I would do in order to go ahead and meet those expectations was to simply hustle. So that was my jam. I would work and work and work and work and work, and I would be, it would be a 9-to-5 job, but it wouldn't be a really 9-to-5 job. I would work like around the clock, and so I would try everything. There was so much pressure, so much stuff, and what eventually happened was that my body decided that it was enough. So I started having hives all over my body, and I started having panic attacks and stuff like that, couldn't sleep, insomnia, and stuff like that. So I had to go see the doctor eventually. I couldn't live like this anymore. I had hives like the size of like a watermelon on my legs and on my back and everywhere. And anyway, so I went to see my doctor, and my doctor told me that I had to stop working. At that time, it was inconceivable for me to stop working and to put my colleagues in that situation where I wasn't going to be there anymore. And it was really, really hard on me. It was excessively hard on me, and she told me that I was in depression and that I had developed this anxiety that I never knew existed in myself, and that my body wasn't cooperating anymore, and that I had to stop. I had to take time off. So what I did is I spoke with my bosses. They gave me the time that I needed, and I went off in my quest to heal and quest to become better. So what I did was I went to therapy. I would have therapy about 3 times a week with a therapist, with a psychologist. And I also went, I hired a coach, and I hired someone to help me move past this. And what I found out was that I had a lot of performance anxiety. So this was coming from when I was a kid. That like even when I was younger, or even when I was in school, like learning all the stuff about insurance, I would have this pressure on myself, and this is self-inflicted. I would have this pressure on myself to just have the best grades that I could, to study. My grades became somewhat of my identity when I was younger. And if I didn't perform well, then that was linked to my identity. So if I didn't perform well, then I wasn't good, which is really not something that you're meant to be living. So I had to work a lot on that. I had to work on the performance anxiety. I had to work on that. I had to talk about it. I went to therapy, like I said, about 3 times a week. I hired a coach, hired someone to help me out, and to get me to talk, and to open up, and to really discover what it was exactly that was causing all of this anxiety and this depression and everything. And these hives, my body was talking to me. I was overriding my body. I was over delivering, over giving of myself, and it was way too much. So I had to take some time off. I had to learn to just rest and reset. I had to learn that it's not always about the hustle. It's not always about grinding and going ahead, and like even when with your studies, it's not about always in the books and listening to so many videos and so many things all at once. When your head is filled with so much information and you don't take the time to rest, then what happens then is that your brain starts deleting things. And the reason why your brain starts deleting things is it's known that our brain, there's 11 bits of information that passes through our mind every second. 11 bits. And we, as human beings, usually filter everything out, and we filter and we condense and we analyze about 50 to 75 of those 11 million bits of information. So if you are just going ahead and you're studying and you're getting all this information and everything coming up, and you're not resting, and you're not taking the time to calm down and to regulate your nervous system, and to reframe your mind, and to do that work, you're not going to be successful. And the reason why you're not going to be successful is because whatever you're trying to incorporate is not going to be retained. It's not going to be retained at all, because we do not retain that much information. If we're put in front, and that's why it's kind of funny, because you know, when you're you're buying a new car, and you're wanting to buy a new car, and you let's say you want to buy a Jeep. Okay, let's say you feel like buying a Jeep. So, and then you go see the Jeeps, and you look at them on your phone, and you start doing that research that you do, and you start like to research about it. Then what happens is that you're going to be seeing Jeeps everywhere. That's your reticular activator that's going to activate in your brain that filter, because it's something that you're telling your brain that you're looking at, and that's something that you want to retain. So what's that going to happen is that your reticular activator will activate that filter, and you will be now presented and filtering more of that information. So if you want to succeed, let's say in your exams, or you want to, like, you need to take the time to really focus on what you want. Immerse yourself in the information, but you need time to rest, and you need time to recover, because if you do not rest and you do not recover, you're just not going to be retaining any of this information. So that's one thing. So what I did in order to go from anxiety, burnout, and and depression to thriving now in my insurance career and closing deals with ease and living no more stress. What I did to go from one space to another was, for one, I went to therapy. Two, I hired someone to help me out and to support me. Three, I prioritized my rest and recovery, which was really, really important, so that I could really focus on the right things, and that I had a clean and clear space in my head to understand that, like, what I was giving out, and it's in, like, in everything. When you're super tired and when you're not rested and your head is like all over the place, your mind is all over the place, your body's all over the place, your nervous system is all over the place. You need to take some time to rest. Before an exam, you need to take the time to ground yourself, to rest, to like integrate all the information. The rest time is the integration time. You're going to integrate it in your mind. You're going to calm your mind. You're going to calm everything, and then your mind can integrate and really retain the information. So that's one thing. Then I also went to regulating my nervous system. And this is also something that since I'm in this group and I'm talking to you, I know that you guys are all pretty much studying for your tests, and with the insurance exam queen, Melissa, anyways, she's a dear and she's a diamond. But you guys need to regulate your nervous system. You need to breathe, learn to breathe. Most people don't breathe. We don't breathe properly, and that's another thing that makes our body very, very inconsistent and is very stressful. So that's one thing also that you need to learn to do, is regulate your nervous system through meditation, through breathing exercises, through it could be moving your body, exercise. There is 1,000 ways of regulating your nervous system, but it's really something. Before you go into an exam, it's important to ground yourself, to maybe close your eyes and to imagine that you have passed the test, that it was easy, that it went well. You have to have that. You have to kind of reframe that, like, nervous system and come and like kind of heal it in some sort. You need to take care of that. And I do this through meditation and through breathing exercises, and I'm going to be here in this group teaching you all about this, because I think that it's super important and it can be very, very helpful for you guys. And also after that, once you pass your exams and then you go to the insurance sales queen in her group, and then you learn to integrate everything and to become a salesperson and to thrive and to market and all of those things. I think it's really important to be able to regulate your nervous system and to be able to prevent yourself from going into burnout. Because let's be real, this industry, the insurance industry, there's 4% more burnout than in other industries. If you go Google this, you'll find out that there is 39% of people that go in burnout in insurance, compared to, like, normally would be 35%. And it's really intense, you know. It's 4%. 4% doesn't seem like a lot, but 4% on like 10 billion people is a lot of people. So in order to prevent that, and in order to be able to succeed and to be able to get in that mind frame and to, like, just to thrive. I don't want you guys to go through what I went through. I don't want you guys to go through your body and the pressure that's always there, and the pressure of making more sales and everything. And I don't want you guys to live with this anxiety or this depression or this burnout, because it is something that we see often. We often see people burning out in insurance industry, and that's why, because the clients are demanding. The clients call you last minute, they want something, they didn't think of the insurance, let's say I have clients calling me last minute because they bought a commercial building, and the commercial building is worth $11 million, and there's a bar in it, and they're asking me to insure it for tomorrow morning. It's a very stressful industry. It's something, there's a high demands. If there's claims, the clients aren't happy. There's a lot of feelings, and a lot of pressure from our bosses to perform well, and a lot of like everything that you're dealing with service, with your clientele and everything. It is something that can be very demanding on yourself and demanding on your brain. And I'm here in this group, and I will be coming on live more often, and I will be posting and giving you tips and tricks and helping you guys out for the exams to get in the right mind space, because really, like, everything that Melissa teaches you and everything that she puts out there in her courses and in her gold packages and everything, that's completely fantastic. It is great to have all that information, but if you cannot get into your mind and calm everything down, you're going to get there in front of the paper and you're going to freeze, or you're going to be hectic and your brain is going to be scattered and everything. So this is really something that's important, and something that's important after that for your career in insurance. So to reframe your mind, to stop seeing burnout as a part of the job. That's what happened. I thought in the beginning that this was a part of the job, to hustle, to work so hard. I thought it was really something that was part of the job, but it's not. And it doesn't have to be. And you can thrive, and you can make sales, and you can really make a lot of money with your commissions and everything. You can thrive in this business. But it's important to do it with the right tools so that your well-being is not affected. So I'm going to be here in this group, and I'm going to be coming on once in a while, maybe, well, not once a day, but once in a while. I'm going to be coming on and giving you tricks and giving you information and exercises and stuff that I've been doing and that really helped me. Like I said, I was at the bottom of the barrel. My body wasn't functioning anymore. My anxiety was through the roof. My depression was intense. I was not the same person that I am today, and I cannot say that I recognize the person that I was, because I've done the work not to get there. And I want to prevent you guys from ever going down the barrel like that, because it is not favorable, and you guys deserve so much better. And I'm just here to share all of that. So if ever you have any comments, any questions, if you feel this resonated with you, I would really appreciate you going in the comments and leaving me a comment about it. If you'd like to talk about your situation, if you're presently, either you're studying for your exams and you're feeling very overwhelmed, I have exercises that I can give you, so do not hesitate to write in the comments, and I'll get back to you with some exercises and some information. And I want to thank Melissa for letting me come here, and I think that I will be beneficial for the information that I will be sharing in here will be beneficial for you guys and for your future careers as insurance brokers or agents. So really glad to be here. Thank you so very much for listening, and I'll see you soon. Bye.